Members of Iran's elite military corps is charged in an alleged plot to murder former National Security Advisor John Bolton. The Justice Department says Bolton, who is a longtime critic of Iran, was targeted after a U.S. attack killed a top Iranian general in 2020. Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge spoke with Bolton about the case, and she joins us this morning. Catherine, good morning.
Well, good morning, Vlad and Marie. Multiple sources tell CBS News this was a serious plot. The Iranian defendant was not a rogue actor, and the threat extends to other former government officials.
Investigators say the alleged murder-for-hire plot began to take shape after this drone strike in Iraq assassinated top Iranian General Qasem Soleimani over 2 years ago. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton quickly tweeted, "Congratulations to all involved." Iran vowed retaliation. The Justice Department is now charging Shahram Poursafi, a member of Iran's Revolutionary Guard, with offering $300,000 to murder Bolton.
What did the FBI say about the serious nature of the threat?
They were able to confirm that it was potentially an effort either to kidnap me or assassinate me.
According to newly released law enforcement records, Poursafi, working from Iran, hired operatives to surveil and then eliminate Bolton, even texting pictures of cash promising handsome payments. Separately, sources told CBS News another target of the Iranian plot included former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. What Poursafi didn't know is that he was dealing with an FBI confidential source.
A lot of this is done with the secrecy.
Bill Evanina ran counterintelligence operations during the Trump administration.
The threat does not go away at all to Ambassador Bolton or any other official that Iran has their targets on.
With talks to revive the 2015 nuclear deal with Iran, Bolton warned the White House against engagement.
I think there's no doubt that there are other plots, and not just against former government officials, against innocent American civilians.
And Bolton now has the same level of Secret Service protection that he had while working at the White House. Iran has denied any involvement. Vlad and Marie.
So, Catherine, you said something that I thought was interesting. You said not a rogue actor, which is, the question that you got to ask, right? Which makes me think,
of course,
right now, what's the likelihood of getting any justice here? Do we know where the suspect is? What's the likelihood of capturing him?
Well, the individual here, Shahram Poursafi, is a member of the IRGC, Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, and that is a designated foreign terrorist organization. Based on the records that were unsealed by the FBI and Justice Department, it appears that this operative either remains in Iran or is working from Iraq. So to answer your question, the short answer is probably not in the near term. They'd have to wait for him to travel outside the region to a country that has an extradition agreement with the United States to return him here to this country for prosecution.
So when was the alleged plot first uncovered, Catherine, and why are we learning about it now?
Well, Vlad, based on the court documents that were just made public yesterday, it began sometime around the fall, October of 2021, and then extended until about April this year. The question is, why did they stop in April? It looks like, based on these court records, that was really the moment in which Poursafi was saying, look, you need to kill Bolton before I pay you the money. So they had kind of reached that sort of the peak, really, of the operation. But I just want to emphasize that based on the records from the very earliest stages of this plot, the FBI had what's called the CHS, or confidential human source, that was inside the operation. So Poursafi didn't realize that he was actually working with someone who was working for the FBI. So in simple terms, the FBI was really managing this plot. It was a serious plot. It was a serious threat to Ambassador Bolton. But the FBI kind of had their hands around it, and they could stop it or thwart it at any time once they felt they have sufficient evidence to bring a charge against this defendant.
And was that a similar case when it comes to the plot to kill former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo? What do we know about that?
Well, I want to be careful here, simply because, based on my reporting, I understand that this is an ongoing, serious, credible threat, not only to people like the former Secretary of State, but other former government officials. And what I will say is that this absolutely goes beyond Pompeo and Bolton to others. And if there's a common thread between these individuals, it's whether they had input or they were active in this assassination that took out the Iranian general Qasem Soleimani. Qasem Soleimani is not a household name. but it was like cutting off the head of a snake. This is someone who had really promoted terrorist activity all across the Middle East. So taking him out of action for Iran really set the regime back decades in many respects.
Ambassador Bolton was on Red and Blue yesterday, Catherine, as you know, and said that he thinks the assassination attempt should bring all talks to a halt. I want to play some of that.
This is an example. This attempt to assassinate me is simply one brick in the wall that ought to bring these negotiations to re-enter the deal to a complete halt.
So the ambassador there is talking about these negotiations that the Biden administration is undertaking with the Iranians to perhaps return to that nuclear agreement that the United States entered into with Iran under President Obama. Of course, President Trump, Bibi Netanyahu, they were all against it. But could this plot, this alleged plot to assassinate Bolton, complicate those plans? I mean, I know a lot of people, specifically Republicans, are saying the Biden administration should not be talking to the Iranians at all.
The plot absolutely complicates the talks over the nuclear deal. Ambassador Bolton is making the case that Iran simply can't be trusted. They are duplicitous. On the one hand, they're trying to negotiate this nuclear deal, and then on the other hand, they're trying to kill Americans on American soil. So he says their word is not really worth anything. Separately, though, what we understand from our reporting is the White House is very determined to continue with the talks and to continue engagement with Iran, taking the position that when they uncover plots like this, that they will act swiftly and effectively, and that the Iranians will be held accountable. The only thing I would add is that in this particular case, as Anne-Marie pointed out at the very beginning of the conversation, this is someone who is far out of reach of the U.S. government. So the idea that we can bring justice to them in that kind of term that we would know really is going to take some effort and probably some amount of time, if it ever happens.
All right, Catherine Herridge, amazing reporting. Catherine, as always, thank you very much.
You're welcome.